You don't have cars right now. With us, you start having cars. A heated meeting erupted in the Oval Office as Trump berated Zelensky, highlighting the uncertain future of U.S. aid to Kyiv. Zelensky hoped for a positive White House visit and a minerals deal, but instead faced a harsh rebuke from Trump and Vance, who demanded more gratitude for U.S. support. We have analyzed these tense talks and spoke to the political scientist Dr. Rossi. According to him, Trump is not interested in compromising. Details in our following report.
God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky have not signed the critical minerals agreement. A White House meeting meant to finalize the deal ended suddenly after a heated argument between the leaders. Because of this, a planned press conference was cancelled and the agreement was left unsigned. At first, the two leaders spoke politely for about 30 minutes, but tensions rose in the Oval Office when Vance said the path to peace and prosperity might be through diplomacy.
During a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. During 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract, yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
The proposed agreement aimed to grant the U.S. access to Ukraine's substantial mineral resources, including rare earth elements vital for various industries. However, discussions deteriorated when President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance criticized President Zelensky for his perceived lack of gratitude for the U.S. support.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
What impact could this failed agreement have on U.S.-Ukraine relations? How this conversation will affect future prospects of the war? Dr. Rossi gave answers to these questions.
In one word, I would say just devastating. I mean, if you saw the interchange between President Trump, Vice President Vance, and President Zelensky yesterday, I mean, this is just an absolute breakdown in diplomatic talks, and the way in which the United States views Ukraine today might be seen as more of a problem for peace than a partner for peace.
President Zelensky has expressed Ukraine's continued willingness to proceed with the minerals deal, emphasizing its importance for the country's security and economic development. He said that Ukraine remains ready to sign the agreement. However, the document wasn't signed. So why exactly Zelensky didn't sign this agreement?
He did not agree to finally sign it because it did not come, according to Zelensky, with guaranteed U.S. security details. So without that guarantee, Zelensky is not going to sign over any kind of mineral rights to the United States without something in return.
President Donald Trump accused Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky of gambling with World War III and criticized him for not showing sufficient gratitude for U.S. support. According to Professor, the idea of the potential Third World War is something that should be taken seriously.
So the idea of a potential Third World War is something that I think everyone should take seriously. But if a Third World War happens at this point, it is much more likely to come from the Ukrainian-European side, simply to escalate tensions with Russia, than from Russia or the United States.
or accusing leaders of blindly following Washington's agenda. Sachs warned that NATO's expansion and Western policies have fueled the conflict, calling for immediate diplomacy over endless military aid.
U.S. economist Jeffrey Sachs had made to the European Parliament, in which he effectively said to Europe, you as a collective whole need to formulate an independent foreign policy from that of the United States. The U.S. has been leading Europe through NATO into a protracted but inevitable security dilemma with Russia since the collapse of the Soviet Union. European leaders, since Trump's phone call with Putin and Lavrov's meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, has been met with shock. Many European leaders are saying this is a wake-up call. If they take this seriously, they absolutely need to realize that the United States is not a partner and has never truly been a partner with Europe.